she the most beautiful bride in the world? When she walks, she takes our breath away. When she walks, she takes all our fears away. When she walks, the hands on the clock stand still. When she walks, the journey together begins with him. In her gown, memories of thousands of lovely places. Look at her now, fulfilling love's dreams and love's aspirations. And isn't she the most beautiful bride in the world? When she walks, she takes our breath away. When she walks, she takes all our fears away. When she walks, the hands on the clock stand still. When she walks, the journey together begins with him. Look at her now. Look at her now. Look at her now.
This is the moment I've waited for. I can hear my heart singing. Soon bells will be ringing. This is the moment sweet aloha. I will love you longer than forever. Promise me that you will leave me never. Here and now, dear, all my love I vow, dear. Promise me that you will leave me never. I will love you longer than forever. Won't hide the sun. Blue skies, a Hawaiian smile on this our wedding day. I do love you with all my
I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy. I'll be your hope, I'll be your love, be everything that you need. I love you more with every breath, truly, madly, deeply do. I will be strong, I will be faithful, 'cause I'm counting on a new beginning, a reason for living, a deeper meaning, yeah. But I wanna stand with you on a mountain. I wanna bathe with you in the sea. I wanna lay like this forever, until the sky falls down over me. And when the stars are shining brightly in the velvet sky, I'll make a wish, send it to heaven, then make you want to cry. The tears of joy for all the pleasure and the certainty that we're surrounded by the comfort and protection of the highest powers. In lonely hours, the tears devour you. And I wanna stand with you on a mountain. I wanna bathe with you in the sea. I wanna lay like this forever, until the sky falls down on me. Oh, can you see it, baby? You don't have to close your eyes, just standing right before you. All that you need will surely come. Ooh, yeah. I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy. I'll be your hope, I'll be your love, be everything that you need. I'll love you more with every breath, truly, madly, deeply do. I
My truth, my life, such a way as gives us breath, such a truth as ends all strife, such a life as killeth death. My light, my feast, my strength, such a light as shows a feast, such a feast as mends in length, such a strength as makes his guest. Come, my joy, my love, my heart, such a joy as none can move, such a love as none can part, such a heart as joys in
Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. We really love you and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel of love. Spring is here, the sky
puts on her makeup and brushes her long blonde hair, and then she asks me, do I look alright? And I say, party, and everyone turns to see this beautiful lady is walking around with me. She asks me, do you feel alright? And I say yes, I feel wonderful tonight. I feel wonderful because I see the love light in your eyes, and the wonder of it all is that you just don't realize how much I love you. It's time to go home now, and I've got an aching head, so I give her the car keys, and she helps me to bed, and then I tell her, as I turn out the light, I say, my darling, you are wonderful tonight. Oh, my darling, you are wonderful tonight.
Abba b'shem Adonai. Welcome of God and in the name of the sovereign of the universe, we are here. Tamar, your wedding, and we're here. We made it. We've arrived. Just for a moment, look out at the crowd that's gathered to be with you. You are standing under your symbolic first home, and open on all sides, which we see as a good omen, a good sign for you to be open. Happen in your life together. You've been together for a long time, but now we're getting married. You're married. I'm marrying you. The three of us are not getting married. But the openness of this chuppah is also it's a readiness to welcome in whatever is going to happen. So you should go from strength to strength in all that the world and the future brings for you. And of course, this is a chuppah, this quilt created by your friend, which is lovely. And if it rains, it'll keep us dry. Everyone else can get a little wet. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sign the ketubah, this gorgeous, one-of-a-kind wedding contract. And to do that, we invite two witnesses. And we're going to invite Susan and Benny to be our witnesses to read the ketubah. So come on up. We're just going to come over, the five of us, right over here where the ketubah is resting right now. Okay, so we have a Sharpie. So first, we're going to have you guys sign. Okay? So you've read this? You agree to its terms? I do. Okay, good. Okay. So, okay, well, we're going to move this. You guys are good to go right there. All right. Tamar. Yeah. And then, right. We know it's you. I'm a lefty too.
Mine's just much longer than yours.
Okay. Why don't you side next? Okay. I'm going to turn this to you. Okay.
Mess mine up.
Oh, fellow lefty.
So, you look great. No. All right, sir. English, Hebrew. Yeah. I understand.
Oh, it's Hebrew?
It's really something else.
Huh?
Go ahead. So I'm gonna sign. I guess I didn't write your name in Hebrew.
Only 60 years ago.
No, I'm 7. Okay.
Beating the odds.
Okay. Let me grab the microphone so everybody can hear. Right there. I'm going to read the ketubah, the marriage contract. In fact, actually, I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to invite Mark, if you want to just put the stand up. Yeah, you guys can go back. Thank you. Yes, your koch.
You guys have it first?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well done.
We're good.
Okay. So if you have not had a chance to come up close to this beautiful hand carved, one of a kind ketubot. I'll read the English. On the 6th day of the week of the 15th day of May, the year 5781, after the creation of the world, here in Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania, the bride Tamar, daughter of Israel and Yochi, and the groom Mark, son of Tim and Vicky, joined in marriage according to the laws of Moses and Israel. On this day of holiness, you pledge to honor your vibrant love, to nurture and protect it. Your lives, enriched by the tradition of the Jewish faith, will embody trust, constancy, and compromise. You will cherish and sustain each other, meeting life's trials with quiet strength and courage, and embracing life's blessings with wonder, joy, and laughter. May there be peace in your home, guided by the values of Torah and Jewish. I put all that in the third person. Is actually so, okay, good. Okay. Under the chuppah, so we can continue the ceremony. Okay. Fix that train. There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on in a yeah. Right now it's. So just so you know that immediately after the ceremony, you guys can get closer. Yeah. You can be friends, yeah. The Mark and Tamar will go off together a moment or two called Yichud. And it's an important time to separate from the group as you're beginning your new life together. These two moments, here all your friends and family have gathered, and that moment alone together, is meant to symbolize the importance of honoring these two distinct parts of. So let's this moment with two blessings. Blessing over the wine. I'm going to invite Mark and Tamar to kind of hold that jointly, the Kiddush cup. Okay. In Jewish practice, we mark holy moments such as the beginning of the Sabbath or a holiday or a joyous occasion like the one we're in right now with this blessing over the wine. And I'll say it in Hebrew and then in English, and then we can all answer Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Blessed are you, source of all, who sanctifies the fruit of the vine. And we say Amen.
Amen.
Okay, you can drink. Yeah. Take a little drink. And I will take that. The second blessing is known in Hebrew as Shehechianu, which means that we have lived to see this moment. And it is said when something happens for the first time. So again, I'll recite the blessing in Hebrew and then English, and then I invite all of you in a hearty way to say Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Praised are you, Adonai, eternal source, who gives us life, who sustains us, and who enables us to reach this moment. We say Amen. 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 So I want to just offer for all of us a quiet moment of reflection as we continue with the ceremony, to hold in our hearts those who are no longer with us, whose spirit and love are deeply felt at this important moment. So we come to the exchange of the rings, and so I'm going to ask our ring bearer. It's good to pick someone with a sense of humor to be the ring bearer. Okay, so let's give the ring that Tamar's going to put in your hand. Okay, so in the other's ring. We'll start with Mark. And I'm going to invite you to place the ring on the index finger. Not all the way, just there, perfect. And repeat after me. We chose the couple chose this blessing to say together from the Song of Songs. So, I am my beloved,
I am my beloved,
and my beloved is mine.
my beloved is mine.
Take the ring, place it on her ring finger. Ring finger. And now you're in. Tamar. Okay. I am my beloved.
I am my beloved.
My beloved is mine.
My beloved is mine.
Okay, take that ring. Perfect. Speech time. From me to you.
Okay.
I. First of all, it's a joy to celebrate with you. It is started being on Zoom, like everyone else on Zoom. But luckily, we had a chance as things were opening up to meet in person, and it's been great to get to know you in this brief time, but just a pleasure. So one thing that is worth noting is that your wedding is taking place at the confluence of a lot of Jewish time. There's a lot of layers of Jewish time, and I want to kind of raise some of them up to note them in this moment. It is the Sabbath, right? It's Saturday afternoon, Shabbat. It is also on the eve of one of our three major festivals, that of Shavuot, the Festival of Weeks, W-E-E-K-S. And it's also coming to the period of counting, or the end of a period of counting, 50 days from Passover to this holiday that I just mentioned, Shavuot. So by almost every measure, you've been together a long time. You talked about meeting as teenagers, really, and you didn't date right away, but you eventually found your way to each other, and you had discovered many common interests, including medieval Renaissance cosplay, and of course, a mutual love of all things canine, present company included. Wasabi's very happy to be here. But what has endured, and what I picked up on right away, first of all, just an ease you have with each other, which is wonderful. Just a deep love for one another and an appreciation of the individuals that you are. You have come to rely on one another, to depend on one another, and to show that you are deeply committed to each other and your family and your friends, and they to you. And in the nearly 10 years you've been living together, you've experienced the full range of what it means to be a couple, hard times, illnesses, the passing of loved ones in your families, and these things have given you a solid foundation on which to go into the rest of your lives together, and it's wonderful. So you chose this wedding date. I'm sure you weren't thinking, how many Jewish time-like events can we fit into one moment? Since I know you did all that thinking, I'm just going to highlight a few of them right now. So the first one I want to highlight is that the Festival of Weeks, Shavuot, is coming up tomorrow night actually. But there's an interesting little aside. So that holiday celebrates when God gave the Torah to the people of Israel. But a little bit before that, the Israelites had to leave Egypt to get to the desert to get the Torah. And when they leave Egypt, there's a line in the Torah which talks about a whole group of other people who are not Jewish, joining the Israelites. They were like, hey, I like what they're doing. Like, I'm getting this. I'm going with them. And I thought that was a really cool thing to notice, and that in your lives together, you're joining in with our tribe. And that's a wonderful thing. And I know that that's going to mean amazing cooking, a love and connection to the land of Israel, and to Jewish tradition and culture. And I think it's a beautiful thing that you've decided to build that life together in that way. The second aspect is that we're coming to the end of this counting, 49 days It's called counting the omer, which is like a counting of a amount of barley. But I want to talk about not what we're counting, but the idea of counting in general. And it got me thinking, are you people who count down to big events? Is that something that you do? You don't have to answer it, I can just think. But more than that, I want you to think about what it means to count on other people, for people to count on you, and not just people, but certain animals who are depending on you, and vice versa. And I'm sure you've been counting down the days to this day. And I guess the main thing about counting is not to get so caught up in the counting that we forget to live in the moment. And so that you can take each day and really enjoy it and get the most out of it without losing sight of the moment that you're in. So the next moment I want to call up is a connection to the Torah portion that we read on Shabbat. Every Sabbath in the Jewish tradition, we read a portion of the Old Testament, the 5 books of Moses. And today we read from Bamidbar, which is the wilderness. And Rabbi Shefa Gold talks about the soul's journey through the wilderness. Now we know that the Israelites, they spent 40 years in the desert. And really the story that we read today is the beginning of recounting that journey. So you've been on a journey, not maybe literally through the wilderness, but you've had adventures. You're going to have more adventures. You're going to have periods of settling, and then you're going to have periods of moving. And that's kind of the story of the Jewish people in the Torah. And now it's part of your story. And I hope that, you're going to get the most out of that journey, Bamidbar, this wilderness that we're all in together. And, needless to say, we've been through quite a wilderness in this last year and a half. It's incredible to come into this space and you can see everyone's face. So take a look at everyone's face, because it's kind of a new thing for us. So finally, we're in the midst of the Shabbat. This is Saturday afternoon. Shabbat is coming to its close, and you can see that the sun's sort of setting and the light is getting a little darker. There's a special name for this in Judaism called Bein Ha'arbaim, or the in-between time. And it's a very special time because we're sort of sad that the Sabbath is leaving us. We know that the week is coming, but we're holding on to that magical space. And right here, we're in it. And Shabbat is not only a day of rest, complete rest, but it's also supposed to be a taste of a time of complete peace on earth, kind of like a foreshadowing. And imagine feeling like this beauty and this joy and this happiness, and sustaining that. And that's kind of what this moment in time on the Sabbath is all about, of just holding on to this feeling of peace and joy and happiness. And so my blessing to you is that this moment and all the moments that I just described, you can infuse in your life every day, that you can bring this joyful feeling and connectedness with family and friends and animals and pets to this moment that's going to enrich your lives and to send you off in that way today in your wedding. A mazel tov. 7 blessings. Really, the wedding and the Jewish wedding is just a series of blessings. We just want to bless you as much as we can. And there's a beautiful custom in the Jewish wedding practice to give 7 blessings. 7 is a number, 7 days of creation in particular, that 7 days obviously in the week. And so that number 7 has a special significance in Judaism. And so you've invited 7 people to give you, each one, a unique blessing as a way of further adding joy to this day. So I'm going to turn the microphone on, and I'm going to invite, I'm going to hand the microphone as we come. So Vicky and Tim, you're going to be first. Okay, there you go. Talk right on the mic. Yeah. Amen. We all say amen. Joy, you are next. Come on up.
Gonna count how many minutes have we cried? How many minutes have we cried?
Here you go.
May you be blessed with a loving home filled with warmth, laughter, and compassion. May you create a family that honors traditions and create heroes of your very own. May you teach your children to have respect for themselves and for others, and instill in them a love of learning and to keep along.
Amen.
Amen.
Faith. There you go.
Okay.
Thank you for asking me. I didn't even do this in thick Latin.
Oh, thank you.
I'll do it legit. Mark and Tamar, may you be best friends, working to build the relationship of substance and quality. May your sense of humor, which you both displayed multiple times, and playfulness continue to enliven this relationship. May you respect each other's personalities and perspectives, and give each other room to grow individually, fulfilling both of your hopes and dreams forever.
Amen.
Amen.
Alice, come on up. Everyone comes prepared. That's fine. Totally fine.
Here we go.
Okay.
Mark and Tamar, may you be blessed with wisdom that is born of experience and of reflection. May you receive and bestow wisdom with reverence, humor, and compassion. May wisdom help you recognize the smallest gifts, the strength of the thread, the nail of the horseshoe, the pin of the axle, the feather at the pivot point, the pebble at the mountain's peak, the kiss in despair, the one right word, and in darkness, understand it. Also, where you left your keys. May wisdom continue to strengthen your joy in each other. Many benedictions, Mark and Tamar.
Amen.
Amen.
Who's next? Sharon.
Tamar, Mark, may you be blessed with health. May life bring you wholesome mind, body, and spirit. May you keep each other well balanced and grounded in the bond of your many husbands.
Amen.
Amen.
Daphne.
May your life be blessed with the art and beauty of this world. May your creative aspirations and experiences find expression, inspire you, and bring you joy and fulfillment. May you find happiness together in adventures big and small, and something to celebrate each day of your lives.
Amen.
Amen.
And Yochi.
Tamar, may you be blessed with community. May you always be blessed with the awareness that you are an essential part of a circle of family and friends. May there always be within this group love, trust, support, and laughter. And may there be many future occasions for rejoicing within this community.
And we say amen. Amen. Okay. A couple more things. So at this moment, I want to invite then who's going to be placing the talit? As we near the conclusion of the ceremony, one of the ancient, actually the most ancient Judaism is known as the priestly blessing, given to Aaron to his sons, Aaron the high priest. So this is Yisrael's talit. We're going to place that around both Mark and Tamar as I recite this blessing in Hebrew and then in English. Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichonecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yaseim lecha shalom. May you be blessed and guarded by the source of life. May light and grace shine down upon you. May you find peace through the source of life. We all say Amen.
Amen.
Okay, you can take the talit off. And now, the moment. In this pouch, hold a glass that I'm going to place under Mark's foot. I want to say a word before you smash the glass. Don't do it just yet, because I want to say a word about it, and then we can celebrate. We can party. So this moment of shattering the glass at the end of every Jewish wedding has a lot of different symbolism. One of the things that it recalls, or that it evokes for me, and that I'd like to share with all of you, and to Mark and Tamar, of course, is that there's a concept in Judaism that the world, when it was first created, the Big Bang, Jewishly speaking, was a vessel. The world, the universe was a vessel that when this Big Bang happened, it shattered the universe into, a million pieces. And our job on earth is to find these pieces of light, and try to put them back together. And we call that tikkun olam, or repairing the world, repairing the universe. We do that with love. We do that in the way we treat one another. We do that in the way that we hope we can make a better world together. And there's a song by Leonard Cohen which I think captures this just perfectly. He writes, "Ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in." And so with that, we're going to shatter this glass, which in a certain sense is bringing us a bit of sadness because we're breaking something, but it's also an opportunity to keep repairing and to keep bringing goodness and love into the world. And so, we break the glass and then kiss the bride. Mazel tov! Mazel tov! You are ready to go. Congratulations.
נפלא, נפלא.
Thank you.
תודה. יש גם שמחה בעולם.
Yeah, we need it.
Yes.
So good to be with you. Really amazing. This is something else.
כן.
Isn't that
כן.
amazing?
I mean, there's something else, but this is.
This is handmade by a friend.
Yeah.
מלמעלה יש, it's amazing from the top.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go up and look.
Yeah, and
Wow.
they built that chuppah stand and everything.
Wow. It's perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
let's-
See, I'm gonna do the first tikkun.
Yes, and I'm going to be a partner.
Okay. Fantastic. Unfortunately, I'm not able to stay for the